Hello, viewers. Welcome to Bedtime Channeling with Michele. I'm just trying to get this centered a little bit for you. Hope you all had a wonderful week. So today I have to say I was connecting with Spirit before I decided to do this video today on this beautiful Monday afternoon, and it's like they're saying, "Oh, I'm like I'm battling with myself. Should I go political a little bit here, or shouldn't I?" But I do feel like they do want me to share a few predictions or insight on a couple of these races that are hot items in the media, in the news. So I'm just going to start out with a few predictions. We'll see how that goes. And then we're going to move into our message today from our angels and guides, which what came to me is don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to laugh. And our birthday babies for November 7th through the 14th. I'll have a brief channeling for you and we'll pull a few cards. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am saging today. So I'm just trying to get this burning and we're going to connect about those predictions. Actually, I connected before the video, just asking for guidance on that. And I'm going to share with you what I heard. Okay, here we go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to say before I share these political predictions coming through from Spirit is we're saying all this with a smile because ultimately, and again, the angels want me to come through and assure you of this, is that there will be unity in the United States again. It's just going to take about year and a half, 2 years, I keep hearing. So there will be unity. So regardless of the outcome, I do feel hopeful that things are going to turn around. The universe is in charge. God's in charge, right? We think we're in charge. We're not in charge. Okay. So the first prediction came through, and one of the big ones here is in Georgia that keeps popping up. And I do feel when I channel the energy around that election, I do see Herschel Walker winning that Senate seat. So we'll see tomorrow. The other big election that seems to be coming up is for Senate in Pennsylvania. I believe there's a Fetterman and there's Oz. Angels are saying at one time Mr. Fetterman was able to do this job productively. However, due to his recent medical condition, Spirit saying that he just would not be able to hold out and have the strength. And there's some cognitive, what they're showing me is regardless of what they're reporting on the media, Mr. Fetterman is struggling with memory and processing. So there's a little bit of what they call a traumatic brain injury, sadly, that took place as a result of his stroke. So when I channel the energy around the election, not to say either man is good or bad, I just feel like Dr. Oz is going to take that Senate seat for Pennsylvania. And it's almost like the people that supported Mr. Fetterman, it isn't that they lost respect for him. It's just that it's clear to them that there is some kind of cognitive disability that happened as a result of his stroke. So we wish him well and blessings. And again, we'll see tomorrow the results of that. The other one that they came through with, they said, well, DeSantis will win Florida. The other thing with DeSantis is, he's being very hush-hush right now about whether he will be in the Republican candidate for 2024. But I can tell you, I'm getting a strong sense that he is going to run, and he will run against Trump, and Trump will lose. It's almost as if when I channel that energy around Mr. Trump. It's almost like his ego is so out of control now. Not to say that he didn't do good things for America, because I do feel like he came from the right heart when he was in that position. But right now, what I'm hearing is these new leaders that are going to be brought to the surface. And remember, we elect them, but really it's all pre contracted. So, Biden was pre contracted to come and do whatever it is he's doing. And just like Trump was, and just like presidents before that. And, we're all pre contracted with our purpose in this life. So there is, to hate or hate this side or not like this, that's just the division caused by prejudice, right? We create prejudice. We're not born with prejudice. But I do see DeSantis possibly going for that, and I do see him doing a job with passion. The other thing that Spirit wants me to share with you viewers in regards to these leaders, whether it be the Ukraine or Russia, the universe, Spirit, angels, Earth Mother, Father, Son, whatever your higher power is, whatever you identify with, they're telling me that they're going to be bringing now the people, the humans, right, that were contracted to now start creating this new vibration. And these people that are going to be taking office, and they're saying holistically, like all over the world, are going to be people with a passion for their people, a passion for their children, a passion for their grandchildren. So these old timers is how I'm hearing they're calling them old timers, have really run their course, and they will be stepped down if they don't willingly step down. Spirit saying their God's will take control. So they're being given an opportunity, right now is how I'm seeing it, to step down with free will. However, if their ego becomes too strong for that, Spirit said that God will be taking control. And you know what happens when God takes control. Um, I know for myself, it's not always something that I like. Okay. And the last one here is this New York State. They have Huchel and Zeldin. Now, I have to tell you, when I channel the energy around these two people, Zeldin has passion. Zeldin has passion. This is a man who, what Spirit's showing me, he loves his family. He loves the people of New York. He wants to stay in New York. He doesn't want to run away like a lot of people do. He wants to stay there and fight for the state. He wants it to be a safe place for all people, but especially his children. So when I channel the energy around Zeldin, I do sense that it's coming from passion. It's coming from love. With Kathy Hucho, however, what they're showing me is she's got a little different agenda or energy. Hers is more about power, being in charge, telling people what to do. I also feel that she's quite materialistic, where I'm not sensing that with Zeldin. So I feel like the two energies are just polar opposites here. However, when I do channel the energy around these elections, I am hearing Hucho winning with a slight, degree, with a slight degree. So yeah, that's what I have for you politically. I know I try to stay away from it, but this is just such a debatable and very hot topic out there for everybody. So I thought I would channel what I felt was coming through. So with that, we'll move on. So today I'm using a vintage deck. I've never used this deck before, viewers. It's called the Schuster deck. Schuster deck. So it's just very old. I believe it was 1974. Doesn't seem like so old, but it is. 1974. So they're hand drawn, pencil and ink, or what do they call it? Pen and ink type drawings. So I don't know. I just wanted to use something different today. And this divination and meditation cards, they were created by Anne Manser in a Cecil North. Ann Manser and Cecil North. And I will tell you, when I use this deck, I do tend to look up the meaning of some of these cards because they just seem to work so well together. So I may be doing that as we move into the cards. So with that, let me go ahead and we'll open up for our message today. Okay. The first thing coming through, viewers, is Spirit's asking me to ask all of you to smile. So, as you receive this message today, they want you to be smiling. They want the highest vibration of love and light to be coming out through this channel and through all the people that view. Because the message that I was drawn to share with you today is about don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to laugh. Okay. Um, they're talking about how sometimes life can get us down, or we can always focus on the negative. Negative information, if you're TV viewers, negative information is coming in at you at all times. People may react negatively towards you, and angry, negativity, and they want you to just stay in a high vibration and not to forget to laugh. They're encouraging us all to try to find the humor in every situation. Instead of that old saying, the glass half empty, they want us to start seeing the glass half full. And they're saying if all of us can start to change that vibration, then, as we know, right, the ripple effect, it transforms and ripples out threefolds more, right? So threefolds for me, I share that vibration, threefolds from that person, and we know where that will go from there, right? Energetically, it spreads throughout the whole universe, throughout this whole beautiful world. So they're showing like a clown face to me. And you know how sometimes the clown faces, they paint it so that they have a sad face with tears, okay, like tears of a clown. But then you also see the other clown with the happy face and the big red nose. So they're saying that they want me to share that it's human. It's the human condition to feel sad sometimes. It's the human condition to feel empathy and feel sad for someone else, right? But they said it's also our human condition and human obligation to try to find the laughter and the happiness for someone and in situations, right? They're also talking a little bit about like how do we put a barrier up when we are forced to be in a situation that we find is negative and lacking in humor. And one of the things that they're sharing with me is that we can do what they call Reiki bubble. So, Reiki bubble is just simply we rub our hands together counterclockwise and we just breathe. And then we're going to just reach up really tall and then reach all the way down and just put this beautiful white bubble all around your body. And if you do that, you will notice that the energy in the room changes and it becomes calmer. Okay. So if you know, viewers, that you're going into a situation that could be high energy, a little negative, they are encouraging you to do that Reiki bubble around you. Okay, thank you. Um, the next step or message around how do I protect myself when I know I'm going to have to be in this negative um, environment. And they're saying always validate the other person. So it's like if somebody comes to you and they're yelling, they're saying, don't yell back. Try not to yell back. They're saying, validate. You're yelling. You seem angry. And Spirit's saying, try this because it will take the person off guard, and it may help them to diffuse for a moment and step back. So they're saying, just validate the behavior of the person. Validate the behavior of the person. Try to find the bright side in the situation. So sometimes, we viewers, we can find ourselves in situations where it's going to be really hard to find a positive or find the laughter, the humor. But they're saying try to pull something, try to find that rose among the thorns, so to say, and just try to find a bright side out of the situation, to just bring a little humor to a negative situation. Okay. Um, so I'm going to figure out how to say this. Okay. So there are people, and we can be one of those people. So at times it's hard for people to see their way out of negativity. They're so programmed, is how they're saying it, to be negative, to view the world through negativity. And viewers, when you run across a person like this, and maybe this is you, they may not even realize that they just look at everything negative. Okay. So when you come across a person who has a negative view of themselves or other of the world, of everything in general, and they may make statements like, I always fail, or this always happens, or no one ever loved me, or I'm no good, negative statements, just a whole negative view, um, and outlook. Spirit is encouraging us to ask them, can you give me one example or share with me one time when that wasn't the case? When someone did love you, or when you did do something successful, right? So they're asking us to help to create a more positive vibration within humanity by being the positive. So the message is, don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to look for the positive. And if you do find yourself getting into those negative situations, just to recap what Spirit channeled was the Reiki bubble, right? The Reiki bubble, validating the person's negativity, not saying you're negative, of course, but you seem a bit negative today, or you seem frustrated, validating what you see. Um, and what was the third one? About trying to find the rose among the thorn, so to say, in the situation. Just sometimes, as they said, you're going to have to dig very deep. And the last one was the asking a person to share about a time when that wasn't the case, or an example. Okay. So I hope you can write those down. I know I'm going to, and we'll try to change this whole energy amongst the people here on Earth, and know that you make a difference. So when you change and you're a blessing to someone, you're making a difference, even in a small way, to that person, and they may pass that blessing on to the next person. Okay, let's get to the cards and see what they say. And don't forget to laugh, right? We're supposed to be smiling through this whole video. And it is a beautiful day, right? It's a wonderful day to be alive. Wherever you are, no matter the weather, look for that rose among the thorns, the rose among the thorns. Okay, I'm shuffling the deck here. The sage is going crazy, burning. Yikes. Okay. Oh, wow, I went all crazy with this. That's all right. That's the way it's supposed to go. Yes, upside down and all around. Turn it like this. Go ahead and cut it. I'm going to go ahead and pull those cards. Do you want to see the cards? I can put it on the cards. Okay, the first card up is devotion, right? We have to have devotion to ourselves. We have to have devotion to the human race, devotion to any mission that we want to accomplish. And today, what Spirit wants us to work on accomplishing is don't forget to laugh, right? Find that rose among the thorn in any situation that we encounter. I'm not sure. I can't tell what the view is here, so I'm going to come back up just because I can't tell. But I will show you the cards as I have in the past videos. Okay, the next card up is skill. So this is going to take some skill, right? Sometimes we're going to be put in situations, viewers, where we're going to be like, I'm supposed to what? I'm supposed to find a positive in this situation. But the angels are coming through and saying, yes, we are. So, and it's going to take some practice. It's going to take some skill. See, I love this pen and ink. See, it's kind of like the little white cherub angel. And then there's the dark angel. And it's like, okay, now how can we find a medium here? How can I pull the dark side, the sadness, the negativity, into the doorway of light, into the doorway? It's almost kind of funny. I just thought of Adam and Eve. I don't know why. That's not very positive, I guess. But I feel like when I channel the energy around there, it's just going to take some skill on our part to try to find the laughter, find the positive. But this is a very interesting card. The stories that come out when I use these cards. Oh boy, the goat. The billy goat wants to escape, right? We got to let the billy goat out of the cage, right? When I channel the energy, I don't know if this is a billy goat or a ram, or maybe it's a toss up between both. I'll look it up in a moment. But when I channel the energy around this, I'm thinking more about a goat, a billy goat. And what do billy goats do? I mean, they're stubborn, right? They don't like to change. You kind of have to push them, and they'll push back. But the other thing they do is they eat anything. They eat garbage, they eat cans. So they can clean up our world. So when I channel the energy around the billy goat, I keep thinking, the message is, let's clean up the world, okay? And today, it's clean up the world with laughter, right? We have to be the change. We have to be the positive, viewers. Those of you who follow Bedtime Channeling, I know that we all believe in unifying this world, this country, our people, right? Right. So the billy goat cleans up messes, right? He cleans up messes. So by not forgetting to laugh, we clean up messes, right? We clean up messes. I'm going to look him up real quick because I'm just interested in what this book says on this, because they do seem to go well. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a unicorn, but I'm still going to, my energy channeled it is a billy goat, so I'm going to stick with billy goat energy on this. But this is a card of uncontrolled force. Okay, uncontrolled force, mental alertness, subtle awareness. The unicorn moves toward you on the sound of the bells. Does he love you? Does he return his pen? Does he leave the card? So the unicorn is mental alertness, okay? The billy goat, which I originally picked up from this card, cleans things up. And the unicorn keeps us alert, okay? What do we need to change? How can we help someone come out of their negativity, right? It's going to take skill and practice to pull someone from their darkness, whatever that darkness is, a negative viewpoint of the world, of others, a depression, whatever it is. It's going to take skill for us to bring them into that doorway of light, right? Into light. And we have to be devoted to change. And it takes a devotion to other people. Sometimes it's just a simple smile, hello, right? A simple smile and hello. Maybe that person was feeling lonely and your smile gave them a little light. Let's go ahead and pull 3 more cards. Ooh, interesting. Unicorn. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is an amazing deck. Oh, this card up is desire. What do we desire? What do we desire? Well, angels just came through and said, we desire peace. We desire to be safe in our streets, in our neighborhoods, right? We desire tranquility. We desire love, right? So they're encouraging you to think about what is it that you can do to help build and create your personal desires in your neighborhood, in your circle of influence, right? So they're asking you to think about your desires, viewers, write them down. Write them down. And then get to work. Practice, right? Practice spreading your desires. And I don't mean like a new car, a mink coat. I mean your intrinsic desires, your worldly desires, your spiritual desires, not material. So angels are asking you to write them down and then get to work. Start practicing. Start sharing your desires with the world. Start that ripple effect, right? Start that ripple effect. Up or down, up or down. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go here. 6. Wow. This is interesting card. 6 green. It's a rat. He's looking for something. What is he looking for? The rat. He wants to find a way out of the darkness. He's trying to find his way out of the darkness. I gotta look this one up. Interesting. Oh, interesting. So this card is the pregnant mouse, the card of poverty, lack of necessities and living infirmity, emotional distress and emotional fear, mentally restricting and threatening, is lacking because of negative thinking. Okay, well, there you go. I had to look this one up. So this is the negative thinking, right? This is where we've got to get out of, right? This is where a lot of people are in this world right now. We're in lack, okay? At least that's what the media tells us, right? That's what the news tells us. That's what the word on the street is, so to say. But viewers, I have to tell you that this is the opposite of what this video is about today. This video is about not forgetting to laugh. Don't forget to laugh. Remember to laugh, right? This is where they want us to be. This is where the dark side wants us to be. Come with me, follow me. See the dark angel, cherub? And it's interesting, this came underneath this card. So let's pull one more card here. Interesting. Okay, Spirit, tell me the final card. Tell me the final card. What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion? Popped out. Full circle. It looks like a serpent. But when I channel the energy, this is a beautiful card, right? It's aqua blue. It's almost like full circle or wedding rings, commitments, right? The flowers are there. The flowers are back, right? This is polar opposite to this. Stay in the positive. Look for the aqua blue colors and not the dark greens and blacks and grays, right? We're going to come around full circle. We have got to be the change, viewers, right? Make your list of desires. And again, not materialistic desires, your true desires, your intrinsic desires. I want safe neighborhoods for my children. I don't want to have to walk into a mall and second guess if I'm going to be shot or stabbed or hurt. And this is happening in some cities in America, viewers. Okay? I want to know that I can afford to live comfortably and that I can have enough food to feed my children properly and with good nutrition, right? Write down those kind of desires, those kind of desires. I want to have a spiritual base, whatever it is. I'm going to look this one up just because, as I said in the beginning of this video, these, how I channel them, it's always interesting just to see what message and how spirit wants this. It's a card of self-sustaining, the wedding ring of marriage, union and partnership, mental integrity, integration of the parts of self, of unity. Okay? Yes. Thank you, Spirit. So it is a message of unity. So if we do all these things that Spirit is asking us to do today, it's going to come out good. I just, I'm not, my angels, my guides are very blunt. For those of you who've ever sat down one-on-one and or even had video readings with me or phone readings, my guides are blunt. So if they say it's going to be bad, they're going to say it's going to be bad because this is not me speaking. They speak through me, but I just keep getting positive feelings of hope. So I'm going to leave with that commitment. Be committed to your desires. Practice devotion to your family, to the things that are important to you. See find the rose and the thorn and follow those steps, that the guidance that came through on working through a negative situation. Because if we can do that, then we're spreading a positive coping skill, I guess. I don't know what to call it, to other people. So with that, we're going to move on to the birthday readings. Yeah, it's just very interesting. I love how Spirit communicates with us. I love how it just never surprises me. Okay, birthday readers. November 7th through November 14th. Anxiously fun. Oh my goodness, look at the sage. Ow, ouch. It's like all burned up. I didn't expect the whole stick to go. Isn't this cute? This is just 2 seashells that were found on the beach here, or not here, but over in Venice, Florida. And we take the little shark's teeth and just glue it around it and glue them together. And you have a nice little smudging tray, smudging shell. So there's a little idea for you, anybody who's near seashells and shark teeth. Or you could just put little baby shells around it, I guess. Okay. Let's get going. Okay, Scorpio. We're still in Scorpio, those wonderful Scorpios. Okay, first thing, colors. Working with those reds. I believe it was the reds last video. So we're working into the reds. And as we come to the end of this week, I'm seeing more magenta. Magenta is like a purplish color or pinkish purple. So still those reds are there, but they're more subtle. I feel like last week it was more dynamic, brighter reds, where now it's working subtle reds, but then into that beautiful magenta as we move to the end of the 13th and 14th. So if you're buying anything, sprinkle a little bit of those colors. It will raise your vibration and maybe help you to laugh, help you. If we wear these colors, right, maybe they'll help us find that rose within the thorn, okay, when we find ourselves in those uncomfortable situations. Okay. Okay, birthday babies. This is going to be a year for you. You are making your way into the world. Okay. You are making a statement into the world. So this is going to be, I'm coming out. You know that song, I'm coming out. I want the world to. No, I'm not a singer, but this is your coming out year. Okay. You're strong, you're capable, you're alert. You can get the message across. So this is very dynamic. And it doesn't matter what age you are, birthday babies. And it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in. It's like whatever it is you do, you are going to do it with strength and capability. It doesn't matter if you're running a corporation or calling numbers for bingo, right? You're going to be doing it with capability and determination. This is one of the things coming through is Spirit wants me to share with you that you may have a tendency coming up this year to take on too much. Okay. And they want me to encourage you to do things in balance. So channel your energy to being more balanced this year because it's going to be real easy for that load to get heavy. So write this down, birthday babies, the 7th through the 14th. Channel energy in a more well balanced way. Channel energy in a more well balanced way. They want you to bring yourself near water because if you don't live near a beautiful body of water, please try to get there as often as you can because this promotes you to relax. So being by water promotes you to relax. So water is what recharges you, so to say. And for those of you born within this week, if you're going through a rocky time in a relationship, and what Spirit's saying is a long time relationship, a long term relationship, for those of you out there who may be on the verge of thinking that I'm going to get divorced from my husband or my wife, they're saying that there's a strong possibility that the two of you can mend ways. You can amend your ways, mend ways. They're saying for those of you in that particular situation, they're saying gently go and say, we really need to communicate. It's almost like we have to persevere and stick together and saying something like that to each other. Okay, so there is hope for amends for those of you who are potentially concerned about a long term, and they're saying long term relationship terminating. You are a great asset to humanity. Volunteer opportunities may come up for some of you, a lot of you, they just said. And they're saying at least try to do a little to give back to humanity. Okay, pull 3 cards. I'm gonna pull 3 cards. Here we go. Last 3 cards. Bedtime channeling. Oh, hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful week coming up. Here we go. Here's our last 3 cards. One. The first card up is the number 1 green card. It's a single candle. And I feel like when I channel the energy around this, it's like, don't burn the midnight candle, right? Make sure that you channel your energy well balanced this coming year, because you're going to be pushed to burn the candle. Burn the candle, midnight candle, I guess, is how I'm hearing it. So make sure you blow that candle out and get plenty of rest this coming year. Okay. Again, it's like you're going to have a tendency. This is going to be your test this coming year, Scorpio. You're going to have to be able to say no. You're just going to, I keep hearing them. It's like, you're going to have to say no. I'm just got too much right now. Keep your priorities in line. You're clever as a fox. You're clever as a fox. You always have ideas. So keep those ideas fresh and write them down. You are very alert. You're very strong. You're very capable. Now, remember, what Spirit channeled is you're coming into the world. You're coming into your way this year in whatever it is that you do. And the last message for you. Here we go. The last message is, it's power. It's kind of a deity sitting in a meditative position. And the word says power. I'm going to look this one up just because I need to. I'm always interested in this deck. Whoever wrote this was very psychic, they're very intuitive. This is the number 14. The Lord of Power. Okay. We said you were coming into yourself. You're very capable, very independent. This is a card of concentration and channeling of energy, control of emotional vitality, direction of dynamics of personality, making and flowing a mental track in space. Okay. Makes sense, right? Write down all your ideas, right? Write down all your ideas. Understand that all levels of force belong to one energy, ultimatter. Establish, apply your concentration. So direct your energy. When you have an idea or a goal, Scorpio, that you want to go to, they're asking you or encouraging you to channel your energy. Okay. Because it's like you're going to be like, well, I have this idea and I'm going to do this. And I have this idea. But see, if you do that, you're going to get too overwhelmed, too scattered, and you won't accomplish as much. So this concentration of power card is giving you a strong message to channel your energy on one thing at a time, one venture at a time. Okay. You will be more successful that way. And with that, we will close. So I wish you a beautiful week. And remember, don't forget to laugh. Namaste.